Hello, hi, welcome. Happy Father's Day to all of you daddies in Spain. Today is Father's Day in Spain. It isn't Father's Day in the United States, but that's a good thing. I look at it as a way to celebrate two Father's Days. Why not? As we say in English, the more the merrier. Cuanto más, mejor. And that goes for holidays and also friends. I mean, now in the COVID era, we don't think of getting a lot of people together. But we use this expression, the more the merrier. And you know the word merry from Merry Christmas, obviously, no? Feliz. And here's the example. So Fran Israel, who's with us right now here on Instagram, says, Alberto, I want to come to your birthday party because I invited Fran Israel to my birthday party. He said, but my cousin is in town. Mi primo está de visita. Can he come along? Puede venir con nosotros, to come along, not alone, along, la preposición. And that's when I would use this very common expression, the more, the merrier. So come on, that's what I say right now on this Instagram Live. The more, the merrier. Everybody who's joining us, I hope you guys are enjoying your day. It's Friday, but in Madrid, or is it in all of Spain? Guys, let me clear something up before we get into talking about any holidays or anything like that. I never know when holidays are, or, they catch me by surprise often, right? Pillar por sorpresa is to catch by surprise. Y vamos a pronunciar esa palabra, surprise, no surprise. Sir, como señor, prize. And a lot of times my wife will say, oh, this Friday is a holiday. And I said, it is? And she said, well, what is it? She said, it's Father's Day. I go, is that a holiday though? Because in the United States, I'll tell you that. Father's Day is not a day off work. It doesn't work like that, unfortunately. So let's see who's joining us. There's my buddy Francisco. What's up, Francisco? How's it going? I just got an email from Francisco moments ago. And, Francisco was a special guest on my podcast, FYI, for your Inglés. If you guys have not subscribed to it, trust me, you're going to love it. It's a topic-based show. There's a little bit of everything, and there's something for everybody. Trust me. It's for the whole family. It's family fun. It's wholesome fun. As I said, I taught that word on social media the other day. Wholesome. Limpio, no? If you think of Disney, you think of wholesome family entertainment, wholesome fun. In fact, that's when I taught that word. I believe it was when we looked at the Walt Disney episode. And Francisco was with us on the serial killer episode, which wasn't such a wholesome episode, but a very interesting episode nonetheless. And for those of you who follow me on social media or have already subscribed to the podcast, you know that today, another one that's not so wholesome, Las Vegas came out. We did an episode on Las Vegas, a place I've been to, a place I love, a place that is so unique. And if you want to join me, again, wherever you guys listen to podcasts, I know I have a lot of listeners on iVox, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Tell me where you guys listen to FYI. And if you don't, as I said, subscribe. It's free. It's every week. We look at a topic and we delve into that topic. Indagar. That's a really good word to know. So check out the episode with Francisco on serial killers. And I even play in the episode some sound bites of serial killers talking, so you can actually hear what they sound like. So many people. Arts of Uriel, welcome. It's just like the show with no name, right? Although today I'm on my own Instagram. Now, there's another thing. If you guys are new on my Instagram, sois nuevos, or you haven't really been to my Instagram page before, well, I don't do live videos very often on my page. I do them every Monday through Friday on Vaughn's page, Grupo Vaughn. So if you don't follow Vaughn Radio, where I work, where I do my daily 2-hour radio show / class, and you can join us. It's 2 hours of action-packed English every morning, every Monday through Friday. And the reason I'm telling you this, some of you are saying, I know, Alberto, come on, man. I've been listening to the show with no name for years. But the good news is we always have new students joining us on Instagram, on the podcast, on the radio show. So I just like to make sure that everybody knows all the different options that are available to them. So if you want to get a free English class every single day with me, 2 hours, it's grupo_Vaughn, and underscore is guión bajo. Sarah says, Alberto, a ver cuándo vas por el Marchal. Oh, Sarah, don't get me started. I miss Almeria. She's talking. Sarah, you know me very well. Sarah, my family is from El Marchal, my father's family. El Marchal de Lubrin, which is in Almeria. It's really a little hamlet, una aldea, more than anything. Lubrin is bigger, but El Marchal, I love it. My grandfather is buried there, and my great-grandfather, bisabuelo, as well. Isaac says, hi, Alberto. Hi, how's it going? How are you? Valerie says, good morning. Good morning to you. Let's see. Francisco says, it's Friday in all Spain. Oh, yeah, baby. It feels like a Friday, too. Carol says, hello from Vienna. Wow. Cool. That's a city that I have not been to, and I'm dying to go to. So I'm going to look you up. Do you guys know this expression? To look somebody up is venía de las guías telefónicas, the yellow pages. And back in the day, if somebody was like, if I ever go to Madrid, I'll look you up. Y eso es te busco en la guía. Y ahora lo seguimos usando, pero significa te contactaré. So I'll look you up, Carol, when it's time to go to Vienna, when we can travel freely again. Arts of Uriel says, it's bank holiday. It's a bank holiday. That's right, it's a bank holiday. Marta says, it feels like the show with no name. I've got all the usual suspects. ¿Qué te crees? ¿Que vosotros sois los únicos que decís los sospechos habituales? The usual suspects. That's you guys. Thanks for joining me. Thanks. I'm just chilling out. Same place. You know, I'm in my studio, I'm in my office, and just relaxing here on Father's Day and chatting with you guys. As I said, it was a chance to have a more conversational chat, since every day I'm doing the radio show or I'm doing the podcast, and well, this is just a way to shoot the shit or to shoot the breeze, que son dos formas de decir estar de palique. Marta says, good morning and happy Father's Day to Alberto and all the fathers here. Thank you, Marta. Nikki says, in Andalusia, it isn't a bank holiday today. Oh, Nika, sorry about that. We send our condolences, seriously. But hopefully you'll enjoy your day either way. De todas formas, disfrutarás el día. Let's see, Francisco. He says, I love FYI. Now again, guys, this is Francisco Caballero. If you guys know Cuarto Milenio, then you'll know him. He's been collaborating on the show for years, and I was lucky enough to have him on an episode on serial killers, que es fascinante. And one of the things that, because from every episode of FYI, I learn something, at least one thing, and I try and teach that to you. And in that episode, I realized, and Francisco helped me realize this, and I'm not giving anything away because you're going to hear the details if you listen to the podcast. But what I realized is why, because I kept asking myself, why do we have this fascination with serial killers? You know? And Francisco's like, I've heard this question, I know the answer, I got you. You know, he was like, don't worry, novato. And he was right. He said, because a part of us thinks, am I capable of doing something so heinous? Heinous es horripilante, I think you say. Am I capable? And you know you're not, as most normal people know, you would never kill someone, you would never, but there's a part of you say, this is another human being. So we ask, what happened in that person's mind? It's that curiosity, you know, of saying, wow, what, you know, that's why these are the most popular shows on Netflix, these true crime series. So check out the episode. It's very interesting. As I said, as with all the episodes, I learned so many interesting things. And you guys, of course, will learn English as well. Let's see. Debbie says, Hey teacher, hi everybody, hello Debbie, welcome aboard. Valerie is rolling the dice, tirando los dados, and we'll give you the expression, la expresión, the die is cast. Have you guys heard this expression? It was coined by Caesar, coined siendo acuñado, and the die is cast, I forget what it is in Latin. Let's check it out. That Google knows. Alea iacta est is a variation of a Latin phrase. Julius Caesar, as I said, César, the die, que es un dado. Dice es dos. The die is cast. And to cast is lanzar. La suerte está echada. It's a great expression to know, and you'll learn that and many other expressions in this week's episode of FYI, which is on Las Vegas. And it's an exciting episode. I'll tell you, I really enjoyed putting it together. And a lot of you guys have asked me about the bonus content. Because there's, you can get, obviously, every week, there's a free part of the podcast. And this is, hopefully I'll answer all your questions. But if you have any other questions, let me know. That's what I'm here for today. And a lot of people say, what's the deal with the bonus content? No, ¿Qué ocurre? ¿Cómo va eso? And basically, there's a free part of the podcast, which is a half an hour program every week, full of vocabulary, expressions, and history and fun facts about a certain topic, un tema en concreto. And then there's a bonus part. There's a whole second part, which is about the same, lasts about 30 minutes or so, and I go deeper. And I give more vocabulary, I give expressions, and more fun facts, and that's bonus audio. So every week, instead of getting a half-hour podcast of FYI, you get a 1 hour podcast. All right, and that's on my star level. The star level is the lowest level, and I don't mean lowest as far as English is concerned. I mean lowest as far as patronage, right? The word patron, mecena, I think is the word. It's it's the concept of people who love what you do and appreciate what you do and want to, contribute, and then in this case, in many cases, get special privileges, bonus stuff, early access. It's a great idea. If you guys are not familiar with it, the concept is Patreon. It's called patreon.com. And it's a way for artists, content creators to form a community and really get that community to be loyal, fidelizado, by giving them special things. So that's the general idea, the gist, la idea principal behind Patreon. So a lot of you see it, que pongo posts in patreon.com, Patreon, y en el podcast se oye patreon.com. That's what that is. And at the star level, you get access to the extra audio, so a whole extra podcast on the same subject. Look at it as every week, we're going to get lost in a subject. Think of it that way. Now, at that level, you'll also get the worksheets. There are usually 350 words or so and expressions and structures that we go through in the podcast. And the worksheets have the words in Spanish, but it doesn't have the English words. That's for you to fill in. So if you think about it, the star level is kind of like self-study. You listen to all the stuff and you fill in all the words. Plus you get early access. My patrons, instead of getting the podcast on Friday, they get it on Thursday. And on Friday, they get the bonus content. And if you're at the next level, which is the super duper level, because there's stars. So stars, superstars. No, excuse me, me salto un nivel. So we got stars, we got superstars. Now the superstars, you get everything that the stars get, except you also get the answer sheets. So those PDFs, those documents that have all the vocabulary, you can check your answers. And you can use that when you're going through the episode. So that's the difference. You get documents, accompanying documents, PDF documents with both levels, the first level and the second level, stars and superstars. The difference is you get the answers with the superstar level. And you get access to our weekly class. And what is that? That is a weekly class where we review some of the key vocabulary and expressions and things that we looked at in the episode. But you have access to that after the fact at that level. If you want to be in that class, which we do on Zoom, that's really simple. Then you have to go to the next level. So there are 4 levels. We've done the stars, Estoy intentando simplificarlo lo más posible. I hope I'm doing a good job. Stars, superstars, super duper stars, which now you're in the class. Now, the first two, I would say, the first two levels are more self-study. I'm trusting you to kind of do it, and you can follow along with the class. But the next one, I'm on you. The super duper level, I'm on top of you. You're in the class, and you get a monthly master class as well. So you get really 5 classes with me per month at that level, that you are in those classes. And then the highest level, which is the interstellar students, this one you get everything. Remember, each level you get everything from the level before. But at the interstellar level, now you get a private class with me. And I know a lot of people say, I want a private class. Well, Carmen, I can tell you, Carmen, one of our interstellar students, she has gotten so many private classes with me because she was one of my first patrons, one of the first people to sign up, apuntarse o darse de alta. And so I think I can ask her, but she's gotten like 5 or 6 different aside from, aparte de the 5 classes every month, she's gotten private classes with me too. And she tells me, she goes, Alberto, this is a steal. It's un chollo. So whatever you want to call it, it doesn't matter. The important thing is check it out. Let me know if you have any questions. It's just a way to make sure you're learning English every week. And there are different levels that you can join me on. All the information is at patreon.com/my name, Alberto Alonso, okay? And if you have any questions, or I always tell you this too in the podcast, if you want to sample una muestra, I've got no problem giving you a sample. And even if you want to see a sample class, whatever, just let me know, and I'd be more than happy to help you. And it's great too, because at first I started Patreon in June. My Patreon page. I didn't start the website. I'd be very rich. I wouldn't need a Patreon page, right? If I started Patreon. But I started my Patreon page in June. And at first, it's like everything. You don't just show up and have a community. No es presentarte y tener una comunidad. You got to work at it. You got to put some water and give it some sunlight. That's how it works. That's how community, the idea of community works, right? So it grew, and it's continuing to grow, and now somos 96. In English, we don't say we are, diríamos there are 96 of us, and it's growing all the time. It feels more and more like a family every day. So if any of you who are watching are my patrons, thank you for the support. And I'm so glad you guys are enjoying the content too, because as always, I want your feedback. So that's Patreon in a nutshell. Lo he resumido lo más posible in a nutshell. Check it out. Remember, everything's on the website. And if you want, here, I can do this. Where's my phone? Let me tell you what some of my patrons said. You know, we can hear it, como va la expresión en inglés, straight from the horse's mouth, directamente de la boca del caballo, okay? Que es como de la fuente, decimos, okay? From the source. One of my patrons, which we won't name her. We're not going to name these people, but I'm not making them up. They're right here, okay? No me voy a inventar unos reviews míos. But let's see what my patrons had to say. This patron said, personally, listening to you and watching the review classes with your students is like watching a World Cup match or an award-winning film every week. You will never be disappointed because you are such a passionate storyteller that it's impossible to turn a deaf ear to you all. No wonder, no me sorprende, no wonder the Patreon community is growing. So thank you. If you can see, I mean, I'm choked up, me emociona eso, that people are enjoying it and having fun. Here's one. Now this one too, these people will remain nameless just because, well, I didn't ask their permission. So I'll just read it and we don't know who said it. But somebody, one of my patrons said all of these things. And this is the last one, and then I want to read your comments. I want to hear your questions and just say hello and chat with all of you too. But a lot of you asked me about that, and I just wanted to give you the information. So you've got Show with No Name, you've got FYI, you've got Patreon if you want to come even closer, come into the community, and And you've also got one more thing, Aliados, which is something I do every week. It's a weekly class with Lara Alvarez, which is on Instagram. And you can see that on her Instagram TV, which is Laruca. Okay? One of my patrons said this. In 2020, I'm doing this on purpose, okay? In 2020, a global pandemic hit the world, forcing humans to live in a lockdown. A man, a hero, decided to create a podcast to entertain and teach English to the survivors. He used old stories from his childhood and many great anecdotes, giving the world a new hope. If you read this and imagined Alberto with his movie trailer voice, this is your place. It's really funny to learn with Alberto. I was looking for a way to improve my English, but most importantly, a way to speak with native speakers the way they talk in their daily routine. Alberto teaches you lots of vocabulary, great idioms to sound more native, while he helps you fix those common mistakes. In my case, I started feeling very confident really quickly. So these are just some of the comments of people who have been on board, a bordo. I'd love for you to join us. If you're interested, as I said, check it out. Ask me questions, whatever you want. Join our curious community. Anna says, Happy Father's Day. Thank you. Thank you so much, Anna. I appreciate that. Let's see. May says, I listen FYI in Spotify. Vamos a corregirte un poquitín, May. I listen to FYI. Acuérdate, empleamos el to con el listen. I listen to FYI on Spotify. Uy, es que las preposiciones. I listen to FYI on Spotify. I can't wait to, otro to. Te faltan unos tos ahí, pero no pasa nada. Así lo corregimos. I can't wait to listen to the new podcast. Excellent. Thank you very much. I had a great time making it. Las Vegas this week. Chris says, Happy Father's Day. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Chris. A pleasure. Pleasure to share it with you, a little part of it. Let's see. Lázaro says, could you write the link? Lázaro, me pides mucho. Oh, no. Es que a lo mejor acabo el vídeo, doy la vuelta y ves cómo tengo la mesa, you know? Let me just tell you, te lo deletreo. I'll spell it for you. It'll be easier. So it's patreon.com/ que es barra, Alberto Alonso, mi nombre, okay? De todas formas, en mi Instagram, my Instagram, my Twitter, you can find the link in my bio right over there. So, but yeah, if I write it, I'm scared that I will end the video and let's just put it this way. I have fat fingers, como decimos. Una forma de decir que soy muy torpe. Anthon says, I really appreciate your classes. Well, I really appreciate your comment. Thank you so much. I really, believe it or not, guys, I know a lot of you guys are like, oh, but when you guys write to me and say, hey, I appreciate it, or thanks for today's class, I know it, I feel it, and I really appreciate your appreciation, if that's possible. Nah, there's never too much appreciation out there, right? There should be more appreciation out there. Let's see, and Anthon is from Costa Rica. Very cool, tuning in from Costa Rica. Well, it's early in the morning over there. Let's see, Sonia Hippie says, estás invitado para venir a Alicante. Babe, pack our bags. Haz la maleta. Le he dicho a mi mujer. It's a joke. First of all, I pack my own bag. I don't tell my wife to do it. I do it myself. Because I know what I want to bring. But I'd love to. Oh, man, I'm dying. I've been in Madrid. You know, we've been locked down. ¿Qué os voy a contar? You know, como se dice en inglés, I'm preaching to the choir. Estoy predicando al coro. Clara says, I've listened to Vaughn Radio for many years, but I admit that being able to see images on Instagram is great. Well, yeah, it changed the dynamic of the show. I mean, the show is still the show with no name, a variety show, but it does change the dynamic. And for me, for you guys, and I'm happy with it. I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. So thank you, Clara. Thanks for commenting. Abello Lopez says, hello from Gijón. Alberto, here it's raining a lot. Just think of this, Abello. When Abel López, perdona, es que veo la doble L ahí. Abel López, es difícil los nombres, los handles, ¿cómo los llamamos? Los nombres. Los alias, you say, right? It's rain. ¿Qué te iba a decir? It's raining. Oh, rain is life. Water is life. So every time, you're like, oh my God, it's raining again. Just remember, without water, life is very difficult. So just be happy to be surrounded by water. And you're like, yeah, pero ya vale. It's not your business as my first Father's Day, and I'm here listening to you, my friend. Thank you so much. Happy Father's Day. Happy first Father's Day. That's a very special one. And speaking of fathers, guess who's on board? My father. My dad has joined us. Dad, do you want to, let me ask you this. I don't want to put you on the spot, ponerte en un apuro, because I know it's very early where you are still. But do you want to join me, Dad, on the video? I mean, get decent, put on a shirt if you're not wearing it, or not. Maybe, maybe my dad will turn everybody on with his sexiness. Dad, do you want it? Do you want to join me? Do you know how to do it? It says, ask Alberto to be in the video. Well, let me know if you want to do it. My dad says, good morning, Alberto and friends. Happy Father's Day. Excellent. Sonia says, si eres papi, felicidades. Saludos desde Alicante. Estás invitado. Yes, I am a father. I have a daughter. She's a year and a half, un año y medio. And she's the most amazing person in my life. ¿Qué te voy a contar? She's the best person in the world. Claudia says, happy Father's Day. Thank you. Thank you so much. Fluency Language says, hi. Hello. Howdy, como dicen los tejanos. Robson says, hello, guys. Hello, Robson. He says, I wake up early today. Mejor en pasado, ¿no, amigo? I woke up early today. Let's see, Diana. Hey, it feels like the show with no name. I've got all my show with no namers here, como llamamos los que escuchan the show with no name. So I've got my FYIers, my show with no namers. This is awesome. Diana says, it is a holiday in Madrid, but for example, I live in Salamanca, and here it's not a holiday. However, I am here listening to you. Happy Father's Day. So then, you know what, Diana? Between us, it's a holiday. Let's celebrate. It could be so nice. Let's see. Jaime says, Alberto, what does shack up in mean? Well, Jaime, you know what we're going to do? I'm going to show you what I do when I don't know something. Define shack up. I mean, I know the meaning. I'm just showing you my process when I come across a word I don't know in Spanish, which happens very often. Or I need to find a translation when I'm preparing. I have to tell you guys, when I'm preparing the materials for my patrons, I am learning so much Spanish. Te digo, voy a convertirme en escritor español. Moribundo. I'm learning all these words. Sí, a ver, esto es la prueba. The proof is in the pudding. If I'm learning new things about different topics, if I'm learning new things, language things, then there's no way my students aren't going to be learning those too. Unless you guys are just super high level, but then you don't need English classes. So to shack up with someone is kind of to live in sin. You know, to move in with somebody, to live in sin. So the shack up in, it's a very cool place. My wife and I stayed there on my honeymoon. It's in the middle of a cotton field, and we slept in a barn, un granero. It's amazing. I highly recommend it. No kids allowed. So now we can't go. It's a good thing we went before, Lara. Alina says, Happy Father's Day. Thank you. Valerie, la suerte está echada. Excellent. Let's see. Sonia says, Felicidades a todos los Josefas y todos los papis. Feliz día. Everybody celebrating today. Jose's, daddies. German says, Happy Father's Day. Marinuri, Happy Father's Day as well. Thank you. Let's see. Colaboradores. Colaboradores. Robson says, I'm lost in my English. I'm lost in my English. Hey, it happens to me too, in English and Spanish. When you're bilingual or trilingual, it's just more languages you get confused in. Let's see. Francisco says, in lower level, you just have questions. Brilliant. Yeah, well, at the lower level, you've got to say, ¿qué es la palabra que digo? I mean, of course, if you don't know it, another thing of being a patron is you have access to me. It's a closed community. So you can tell me, Alberto, hay una palabra. A mí me ha pasado. It's happened a few times. People on the lower level, they've said, he rellenado todo. I filled in all the blanks, but I can't get this word. What are you saying? And I just answer them. But it's cool because you have to be a detective at the lower level. Now, at the next level, the superstars, you've got a guide. You could get a little more help there. So let's see. Encamitre says, your English is amazing. Well, having being born and raised in the United States, I guess, yeah, that's lo que tiene, you know what I mean? I guess you should say my Spanish is amazing because my first language is English and Spanish is my second, but thanks, I guess. Ulrich says, Alberto, what data is the online review? Date and your, what data? What date and time, is that what you mean? What day? Well, it's a good question. Excellent question, Ulrich. It depends. And you know what it depends on? My patrons. Every week I give you guys a couple different days and a couple time slots, and you guys choose collectively by voting. I put a poll, un sondeo, and you guys choose the best time. And usually they're on Mondays or Tuesdays in the evening. So around 7-ish, Monday or Tuesdays when they usually are. So you have the whole weekend to review the podcast. And the review classes, for example, our monthly review, our monthly master class, which happens once a month, of course, monthly, is tomorrow. So those I usually do on the weekend so more people can attend. Great question. Thank you. Let's see. Medium Laddie gives me the hearty eyes. I love the hearty eyes. It's one of my favorite. I think it's my most used emoji, the hearty eyes. Mari Nuri, lots of hearty eyes. I love it. Valerie, wow, I'm feeling the love. Can you feel the love tonight? Gerardo says, I love your airplanes. Oh, thank you. That's my pride and joy. Now, my pride and joy is como mi joya de la colección. That's my daughter, really. But my pride and joy, my airplane collection. The Air Force One, the 747, that was a gift from my friend Roberto Leal. You guys probably know him from TV here in Spain. And each one of these planes kind of has a special meaning. The one, I can't see it too well, but the one that I'm pointing at right now, that old school Iberia, that's a 747, and that's the first plane that I ever flew on. And do you know where I flew to? Spain. So right there, that plane, exact model, linked me to Spain for the rest of my life. So all of them have a special meaning to me, and I love planes. And I haven't done an episode of FYI on planes because I know I'll drive you guys nuts. Cada semana, every week I say to my wife, I'm like, should I do planes this week? Because, no, she tries to calm me down because when we talk about, I could do a whole series on planes, but as I said too, in this last episode of FYI, I try and switch it up. So if one week we learn about food, like pizza or something, next week it's not going to be a food item. It's going to be something different. So you're going to always be kind of switching up and trying and hearing about different things. Let's see. Francisco says, I am an anonymous person and I think Alberto is great. You're not anonymous in my world, buddy. Let's see. A lot of you are laughing. Muchos estáis partiendo la caja, as you say. Alina says, is the best teacher. Is that a question? Is that a statement? I don't know what that means. Is the best teacher. What? You're confusing me. Remember, after I read your comments, I should be less confused, and I'm more confused. Sonia's asking for traductores fiables en internet. I love it. Esto es un foro para traductores. Let's do it. Robson says, if we understand everything everything that's said, we're in a good level. We're at a good level. See, Robson, you understood everything that was said, but you just had 2 mistakes in that one sentence. So don't get comfortable. Don't rest on your laurels, right? People tell me, you have an excellent level of Spanish. That makes me want to work harder. That makes me want to get even better. So let's see. Patricio, there he is. He's crazy like a fool. What about Daddy Cool? Daddy Cool. That's my buddy Patricio, also a patron and a friend. And, well, a friend we haven't met yet, but yeah, we meet every week. What are we saying? and he just became a daddy. So as I said before, it's a community. At first, it takes time, but it's becoming a wonderful community full of really cool people that I'm so glad that I met. And Patricio, I'm getting all choked up. Happy for guys. Let's give it up for him over there. Patricio's first Father's Day. Awesome. Free Soul says, morning, Alberto Alonso. Long time no see. Well, I'm here every day. Not here. I'm on Grupo Vaughan, but I'm always doing something. So why not? Where you been? The question is, where have you been? ¿Dónde has estado tú? We miss you. Go to Grupo Vaughan every day and you can catch us live. Raquel gives us the hearty eyes. Claudia says, hi, Alberto. It's a pleasure to hear you. Thank you so much, Claudia. Great to have you as well. I see a lot of you guys are sharing the Patreon link. Thank you. Thank you very much. Anna Cris says, hello from France. Oh, awesome. She says, I used to listen yours podcast in iVox. Cuidado, because I used to es ya no lo escuchas. So, quieres decir, a lo mejor, normalmente, I usually listen to your podcasts on iVox. Well, thank you so much, Anna. I really appreciate that. Let's see. Liana says, that is how I have found you again in Aliados, because I knew you from Vaughan before, but I enjoy your Aliados work every week. And thank you so much, Liana. Guys, if you haven't checked that out, that is Lara Alvarez, a wonderful friend and a student of mine who, many of you know her from television. She's famous. I hate to say that word, but it's true. She's famous. And I do a section with her called Aliados. And it's a lot of fun. And I work with some other amazing professionals. And every week, what does that mean for you guys? You get free classes. Some are self-help, some are psychology, some are yoga, and mine are English. So tune in. It's Aliados. All you have to do is go over to Instagram TV, and it's La Ruca. You go to La Ruca's profile, click on her Instagram TV, and you'll find it in there. There are 6 or 7 episodes so far. So thank you so much, Liana. Enka Mitra says, ha ha ha, you're so funny. Thank you. Thank you very much. Jimmy James says, TGIF, classmates. That's the attitude. Oh, yeah. Miko Way says, hola, Alberto. Which country you rather learn English? What country would I rather learn English in? Definitely the United States. That's my country. So it's, that's by default. I'm going to the USA, baby. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I'll gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. There's my card. Me. What do you want, the national anthem? No way, that's impossible to sing. Jimmy James says, happy 5th birthday to Ella Joy. Oh, awesome. Another joyful celebration. Happy birthday to Ella, 5 years old. Wow, one of our youngest viewers. Awesome, Ella. Wishing you a lovely birthday. And as we say in Spanish, mwah, 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 muchos besos. Lots of kisses, lots of loves going your way. Gabriela says, happy Father's Day, everyone. Thank you, thank you. My dad says, thanks, I'll pass this time. Happy Father's Day. Okay, well, maybe we'll do a live video with my dad one day. Today's not the day. I know what he's doing. He's creating anticipation. Now everyone's like, when? Jali Ingles, Jali Ingles says, hi everybody. Alberto, what is the level B1, B2, C1 of the group classes? All right, well, if you'd like, what we can do, we can take a look at that. Write me a private message and I'll give you more detail about that a little bit more specifically. Because I don't do it on the B1, B2, BC. So whatever, this scale, I use a different scale. But either way, contact me and I'll give you more information and I'll send you some samples as well. Lee Claudia says, hi Alberto, it's a pleasure to see you. I'm from Buenos Aires. Oh, wow. Buenos Aires, that's awesome. I would love to visit Argentina one day. Liana says, Happy Father's Day and thanks for everything you do for us and to learn English. Thank you. Thank you very much. Rosie says, Hello, Alberto. Congratulations on being the father of such a beautiful girl. Oh, man. Of course, I think she's beautiful, but she's my daughter. What am I going to say? She must be very proud of you. I love listening to, remember guys, to listen to. I love listening to your program every day. Every day, dos palabras, porque si no, cuando es una palabra es de cada día. Okay. Best wishes from Gran Canaria. There's another place I gotta go to. Let's see. Alina gives us the lovey eyes. Jessica says, Happy Father's Day. Vivir en pareja equals shack up. Yes, thank you, Natalia. Robson says, I'm learning Spanish too and English here from Brazil. Excellent. Robson, you are a multitasker. Africa Clemente says, Saludar. Okay, hi. Lucy says, I don't know how it is in English, but tienes una risa muy contagiosa. Decimos lo mismo. Okay, contagious. Your laughter or your laugh is contagious. Thank you so much, Lucy. I really appreciate that. Let's see. Jose Luis says, Hi, everyone. Congrats to all the dads and pepes, padres putativos. You do a great job, Alberto. Thanks for these wonderful videos, which help us boost our vocabulary. Excellent, excellent. Encamitre says, I thought you were grown in Spain. No, sería, I thought you grew up in Spain. Nope. Summers. I used to spend my summers down in Agua Dulce, in Almeria, but born and raised in the United States. I moved here 15 years ago when I was 24, 26. I don't know, but I've lived in the United States my whole life. That's my country. Now I have a lot of you ask me, well, how do you work? How do you live here? I have dual citizenship, doble nacionalidad. Of course, my daughter, nosotros decimos dual, right? My daughter has it too, dual citizenship, which it was a gift my father gave me, and it's a gift I gave my daughter, Let's see. Francisco says, I was here just to blow up your live connection, but you are so nice, I can't do it. Thank you. Marinuri says, congratulations, Patricio. Excellent. Francisco says, wearing a cap indoors is an all-American thing, dude. Let's do it. It's an all-American thing, Francisco, or it's something that somebody who needs a haircut does? Caught. Pillado. I need a haircut. All right, let's see. Lagabi says, Hi, please, any advice for speaking mediation tests for B22 students from Lanzarote? Thank you. Enjoy your day. I know Vaughn, Grupo Vauga, my company, has a lot of materials to prepare these different exams, from the spoken ones, the listening ones. So check it out. Check out Vauga Entienda. Also, if you want, write me a message too, and I can give you some further advice. As I said too, guys, if you ever write me a message, sometimes it takes me a long time to respond because I have to obviously respond to my patrons first. There's an order here. And I have to spend time with my daughter. You know how it works. Jermaine says, Happy Father's Day, best friend, amigo, padre, and God bless America now and forever. Absolutely, sir. It's Not Your Business says, talking about being a father, could you give me any advice to start raising my baby in English? Yeah, simple. Surround your baby with English. So whether that's the TV, songs, with my daughter every day, I take a book and my wife takes the same book and I go through the book and I'm like, what does the cow say? Moo. What is this? And then my wife says, ¿Y qué dice la vaca? And she says, vaca. So you just gotta, it's repetition. The same way you do your own language, but you gotta do it in English. So what does that mean? It means it takes double the effort. But it's worth it when your child is bilingual and they don't even realize it. Like what happened in my case, thanks to my parents, Let's see. And Camitre says, why don't you act in Got Talent? You're good at singing too. Because that's not my thing. That's not my thing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to be on reality TV or anything. I like where I'm at now. But thank you. I really appreciate your comment. My girl, talking about my girl, my girl. I was singing that to my daughter this morning. And Camitra was like, were you singing that to me? Well, okay, to you too. Eva says, thanks for everything. Thank you. It seems like, you'll be surprised. I'll tell you this. This has happened to me many times, where I send somebody bonus content because they asked for it or because they participated, and they don't respond with a thank you or anything. And I think that's a little bit weird because I would personally, I understand these people must be very, very busy. But for me, it seems weird because I was always taught if somebody gives you something, you say thank you, especially if that's something that took the person a lot of time, energy, and effort to make. So those little thanks, guys, go a long way. Believe me. You'll be surprised at how many people, I send them something and they're just, okay, crickets. And I'm like, you don't even have to, maybe a like is okay, but just as a way of saying I appreciate it. I appreciate that you spent your time and your energy and, and you did it and you sent me it, so with that, which takes time and energy too. So remember to be grateful. I've seen it in my case where people, and you know what, I don't get upset. I understand not everybody has the same manners, la misma educación. And that's just life. That's the way it goes. Some people wouldn't dream of not saying thank you, like me. I don't care how busy I am. I would just take a moment and say thanks a lot, But I'm not everybody's parent, and I'm not, I'm going to teach my daughter to be that way. I know that. Jackie says, hi, Alberto. I'm from Chile. Oh, how cool. You rock. You are the best teacher ever. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Machteria says, I know you through Aliados. Qué bien. Awesome, Machteria. Pues, you know what? Ahora te puedes unir al podcast, a FYI, a las clases gratis todos los días en Grupo Vaughan, donde hago el programa. Y bueno, bienvenido al mundo del inglés. Welcome, Machteria. It's always great to have some new people joining the family. Welcome, Machteria. Let's see. Cositas says, we love your style. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. Chris says, I remember the first time I listened to you, I thought, qué bien habla inglés este chico. Later I found out you were born in New York. Yeah, la gente me pregunta, ¿dónde aprendiste el inglés? Digo, en mi casa, en el cole? I don't know. Jackie says, I'm an English teacher here in Santiago, Chile, and your classes are amazing, and I always get ideas from them. Well, that's another thing, too. A lot of teachers have told me that they use FYI, that they sign up, and they use the sheets to use them in class. And as I said, FYI is a great resource for teachers because it's Le Show with No Name. Sometimes I use curse words, I use swear words, but on FYI, it's family friendly. So don't worry, you can listen to it. Let's see. Art says, hi, super teacher. Hello, Arts. How are you? How are you? She says, I think you are a fantastic person and daddy. Thank you. Thank you very much. Mushig says, hi, Alberto. Thank you for your energy. Well, thank you, guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to get going. Me voy a poner en marcha ahora because, well, it's Father's Day. I want to spend some time with my daughter. I had a workout session this morning, un entrenamiento, so I'm beat up. Estoy machacao. I'm beat up, but I feel good. That good feeling, that good beat up, So I'm going to go spend some time with my daughter, but I just wanted to spend some time with you guys and answer your questions, tell you a little bit about all the stuff that that I'm sharing, because as I said, many of you have asked me on various occasions and, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, about Patreon. I gave you it as simplified as I can. But remember, if you guys ever have any questions, send me a message. Again, be patient. But unless you're a patron, then I'm usually on top of it because I make time to answer my patrons. Well, because they're, as I said, when you're in the club, then of course, as a way of saying thank you, you have access to me. Firstly, all my patrons have 24/7 access to me. Now, if you write to me at 3 o'clock in the morning, don't expect an answer at 3:15. But if you don't join Patreon, I still love you. Te sigo queriendo igual. Why? Because I don't know everybody's situation. I don't know if €3 a month, más impuesto, plus VAT and all of that. I don't know if you can afford that. I don't know your situation. I don't know if it's something you have time for. I'm just telling you, we're here, we're growing, it's a great community, and if you'd love to join us, we'd love to see you. And if not, don't worry, you still have free stuff every single day. You've got, every single day, every single weekday, Monday through Friday. You've got the show with no name. That's 10 hours of free English classes with me every week. You also have, FYI, that's 30 minutes if you're not a patron. 30 minutes of English based on one topic every week. You just subscribe. Donde escuchas podcast, vas y buscas show with no name y busca FYI for your English. And right there, you're going to have tons and tons of hours of content every week just to get you going in the right direction. Okay, amigos? So thank you. Again, if you have any further questions, let me know. Valerie says a couple more comments and then we've got to go, okay? Let's see. I'm trying to get everybody over here. Valerie says, you always give us a lot of freebies on your Instagram, and I'm very thankful. Freebies, cosas gratis. Well, of course, Instagram is free. That's the good news. Pablito says, enjoy your day. You deserve that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Ludi says, thanks a lot for your time and your good vibes, Alberto. Thank you. Cho80 says, have a lovely day with your little daughter. I appreciate it. Thank you. Ana says, enjoy the time with your daughter. See you on the show with no name. Excellent. Run Lau Run says, Alberto, you really make us enjoy learning English every day. Thank you. Valerie says, have a great Father's Day. Sandra says, hi, Alberto. Thank you very much for everything. Happy Father's Day. Warm regards from Almeria. I can't wait to go back to Almeria. I miss mi tierra. Art Sevuriel says, thanks, Chris. Enca Mitre says, thank you, Alberto. You made my day. I've learned lots of expressions. Marta says, yes, Valerie, that's amazing. He's so generous. All right, well, I've got more comments. Thank you. All right, I'll just say this. Thank you to all of you. And I thought we could say goodbye with one of my favorite songs. And, even before I was a dad, I couldn't wait till I was a dad, not because of the changing diapers, cambiando los pañales. I wasn't too excited about that part, let's be honest. But I was excited about the songs that came with being a father. There's some really cool songs about being a dad. And, one of my favorite ones is a song by Boney M., and it's called Daddy Cool. So I figured, to go out with a bang, para ir por la puerta grande, con mucha energía, we could sing this song together. It's called Daddy Cool, and I know you guys who know me and listen to the show, you know that this is one of my favorites. But until 2 years ago, maybe I was papi chulo, right? But I wasn't really, in mi cabeza, but I wasn't really a dad. So now this song applies to me. It's called Daddy Cool, and it's awesome. Let's sing it. Sing it with me, all right, guys? She's crazy like a fool. Crazy like a fool. What about Daddy Cool? ¿Qué me dices de Daddy Cool? I'm crazy like a fool. What about Daddy Cool? You guys better sing it with me. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Sing it. Lo hago por los derechos. Tengo que subir y bajar. Ow! Ow! She's crazy like a fool. What about Daddy Cool? I'm crazy like a fool. What about Daddy Cool? Ciao, everybody. Thank you.